Okay, now we're going to talk about grapes. Grapes are an incredible food. Now, the problem with a lot of people is this. This is probably the absolute greatest cleanse I have ever known, is the grape cleanse. The greatest. And you're going to see why. Many people, when they become encumbered with mucus and phlegm and pus throughout their body, they start manifesting symptoms such as fatigue, asthma, bronchitis, a hurting liver, painful bowels, edema in any part of the body, varicose veins, headaches, skin rashes and irritations, constipation. All these things are the result of mucus buildup in the body. So the body cannot operate like it needs to. And most North Americans are overweight. They've got too much mucus built up in the system. And what does the body do? It will start to use what we call a vicarious avenue of elimination. So the skin may break out in rashes. Weeping sores sometimes will happen on the skin. Pus oozing out from the legs, sometimes from the upper arms and the back, but mostly from the lower extremities. These are all signs of mucus and phlegm and pus buildup in the body, a system that is not working right, a very acidic system. Grapes are one of the most fantastic foods for cleaning the whole body. And I'm going to show you how they do that. Are you ready? First of all, grapes are the most potent of all medicinal foods. Grapes are the most potent. And yeah, you'll want to write these things down. Black grapes are the most nutrient-dense grapes. Black grapes, preferably with the seeds in the grapes. When you can juice these grapes, and when you put them through the juicer, make sure you juice them seeds and all through a good vegetable juicer. The seeds are easy to chew up, by the way, in grapes. Grapes are detoxifiers of the whole body. They have that rich a nutrient. Other grape colors are fine too, like your green grapes and your red grapes and your purple grapes, but black grapes, if you can get them, are the absolute best. Now, before I go any further here, I want to share with you what I do to clean grapes. Preferably for this grape fast, which will be 3 days, you'll want to buy certified organic grapes. And if you cannot, for any reason, get the certified organic grapes, then get the commercially grown grapes. And here's what you do. You put them in the sink of water. But in this water, before you put the grapes in there, you squeeze the juice of 1 fresh lemon. Squeeze it in the sink water. Then you add 2 tablespoons of Celtic sea salt. Celtic sea salt. C-E-L-T-I-C. Celtic sea salt. If you're from Nova Scotia, you know how to pronounce that when you see C-E-L-T-I-C. Celtic, not Celtic, like some people pronounce it on the West Coast. It's Celtic sea salt. And you stir that sink water very well till the lemon juice and the sea salt is all dissolved. This makes a mild form of hydrochloric acid. Then you put all your grapes in the sink water and you let them sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. And this will digest all of the sprays and things that are on the outside of the grapes. Anything that could be harmful to you will be taken off there. You could do this with your certified organic grapes if you wanted to also. It could remove anything that may have gotten on there, like bacteria or whatever, from people handling the grapes. It's always good to wash your food. And then when that's finished, when the 15 to 20 minutes is up, take your grapes out of the sink and rinse them well. And then put them in your refrigerator. Now, You could also do this for your vegetables if you bring them home from your shopping trip. You could do that with your lettuce or with your spinach or whatever you wanted to wash. Cucumbers or anything like that, cabbage. Use that sink water. And that sink water will last you a long time when you've got a big sink full of water and all those vegetables. It works very, very well. And it's a very inexpensive way for a veggie wash, isn't it? Something you can do at home. Okay, back to the grape story here. Tartaric acid removes mucus. Grapes have a great amount of tartaric acid. Tartaric acid is found on the outside of the seeds. Okay? Now, remember I told you the body is thick with mucus? The tartaric acid removes the mucus. Isn't that wonderful? Breaks it up in the system, gets ready to expel it. What you're going to notice over the 3 days is this. The urine will have mucus in it. So will the feces. Bowel movements will have mucus. This is the body clearing things out. Don't panic. It's perfectly normal when your body's cleansing itself. Grapes also stop viruses in their tracks. The polio virus is halted immediately by grapes, the nutrients in grapes. So, by the way, is the herpes virus. It's stopped by the nutrients in grapes. Isn't that interesting? Grapes kill viruses very, very well. We don't get very much of them. And you never hear about these things, do you? All right. They're very high in magnesium, which, by the way, cures constipation. Grapes will do that for you. They relieve gastritis. Grapes relieve gastritis. Anybody with bowel irritation happening, bloating and things, it's all taken care of. It reverses chronic acidosis. That is the body dropping below that 7 pH level in the cells. Dropping below there, grapes reverse that and bring it up to a 7 to 8 cellular pH. That's what they'll do. It is just incredible. Now, their high iron content reverses anemia. You know anybody who's anemic? Chances are they're not getting enough of the ingredients from grapes. Now, I want to share with you something. It's not a matter if you get iron, because the grapes come with everything necessary to make that iron available to the human system. That is very, very important. Very important. You don't just take this nutrient from the grape or that nutrient. You have them all together. What therefore God hath joined together, let not man put asunder. Okay, they have ellagic acid, which scavenges carcinogens. Carcinogens are what? Cancer causers. So it scavenges cancer-causing materials. It has caffeic acid and is a cancer preventative. Caffeic acid prevents cancers from setting up to begin with. Isn't that interesting? And it's all right there in the grape. Also, they have a superior energy source. Grapes are a superior energy source. They eliminate stored solids in tissues. Anybody's got tumors or cysts in the tissues, grapes will dissolve that. Grapes help reverse heart disease, and you can see how. Grapes are absolutely incredible, especially the black grapes. They protect from antioxidant damage. Grapes protect the cells from antioxidant damage, the nutrients in grapes. And the list goes on. I'm not going to list everything here. I'm just going to list the key things, the key benefits for you. Grapes protect our bodies from airborne pollutants. Protect them like no other food can do. Grapes protect the body. Grapes relieve mental exhaustion. Isn't that interesting? Anybody who's studying in college or university, and usually it's brain fatigue, major, they need to spend a weekend with some grapes and be restored. Grapes soothe the nervous system. That is so beautiful. In today's society, we are so messed up with our nerves, traffic going this way and billboards and everything just onslaughting our senses. We need a reprieve, and grapes can soothe the nerves. They improve calcium absorption, thus reversing osteoporosis. Grapes improve calcium absorption. And by the way, they also contain calcium. Isn't that interesting? But there's something else you're going to see here. Grape juice sustains nursing infants. When the mother is unable to produce breast milk, fresh grapes will give the baby all it needs for nutrients. Isn't that rich? But it can't be store-bought. It has to be fresh squeezed grape juice.